Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. Let's continue with the intermediate maps, as always using no monkey knowledge. Downstream, Chimps, and I'm gonna go with my favorite and most relaxing strategy to beat this map Chimps and to get the black border. So placing Obin right here in this corner of the map. Boom. I just like getting Obin in strong instead of first, so the wolves is gonna primarily target the stronger Bloons, and then the wolves, just by flying around, are gonna pop the other Bloons. So that works for me, but I think getting it in first as well doesn't really make a lot of difference. So that's Obin, then a ninja on top of Obin. So this is a very standard start. Again, as I did in the last Chimps gameplay, I think, when you go with Avatar of Wrath, the Avatar of Wrath strategy, sometimes just because of how the map is built, how the path behaves, how many times you can attack the Bloons or you can't, going with 6 populists and then trying to survive with those 6 populists plus the village plus the alchemist plus Obin and so on may be too much, so you may not be able to survive like that, and therefore I'm gonna do exactly as I did last time. So I'm gonna get Super Monkey as an avatar for the mid game, so up to round 80 pretty much, and I'm gonna use that Sun avatar to survive until then, until I can afford to get a single druid. So I'm gonna place just one druid to Avatar of Wrath, and then after I get the Avatar of Wrath, I'll start placing the other druids to buff the attack speed. And that's it. So the very same strategy I used for last map for Haunted, I will use it for this map. This map is a little easier than Haunted, in my opinion, but nonetheless, you have again the left side and the right side of the map. Once the Bloons sneak through your defenses, you cannot pop them anymore. So always use brambles, or be careful about the rounds, and think beforehand how many defenses you're gonna need to survive that particular round without dying, without having any Bloons sneaking through. Super Monkey right there inside the loop, so I removed the rocks and I got the Super Monkey right there. Super Monkey upgrades are quite expensive, so always get a village 002 to have some discount on the Super Monkey upgrades, and in that way you can save a lot of cash. There we go. Now the main thing you have to be careful when you're going with this strategy is camos, because only the ninja can detect camo until you get the ultra vision with the Super Monkey, and therefore around 33 it's still enough. Only the ninja can still make it to pop all the camos, but for example around 37, those white Bloons at the very end, the ninja may be overwhelmed depending on the RNG or on the exact position where you place it. Some of those white camos may sneak through, and so what you're going to do is use brambles as well. Brambles is another tool that you can use to pop camo Bloons, and so remember round 37 using brambles at the very end. Those white camos are at the end of the round. So you're going to be seeing now here, round 37. So some white balloons here, then there are going to be some leads, and then some zebras, and then the camo whites right here. So use brambles as I did, and that should be all you need. The next round, where even a ninja and brambles are not enough, is the camos in round 42. So after you get an alchemist here placed to buff the super monkey for the mob round, and using brambles for the mob, upgrade the super monkey 102, so ultra vision. So now the super monkey as well will be able to detect and pop camos, and this is the only way that you can pop the camos around 42. So the ninja and brambles are not enough to pop these rainbows at the end, camos, these rainbows right here, 5 rainbows. So yeah, just get ultra vision and that's it. So those are the only 2 rounds that you need to be careful about. After you get ultra vision, camos become a piece of cake, because now not only you can pop them with the ninja brambles, but also with the super monkey. So from now on is very simple. And that's pretty much it. So now just survive until you get the sun avatar. It should be very easy to do, even without using Obin's brambles, or without placing any other tower or getting any other upgrade. You should be able to survive with this setup. Then you get the sun avatar, and then you place the druid. I'm gonna place it right here in the last side of Obin. I'm gonna place an alchemist, so that the alchemist is gonna buff the druid primarily. And then right here should be, I'm gonna place another village that I will get 230 later on, to have camo detection, to have attack speed, and to have the MIB. So later on I'm gonna give the super monkey, Obin, and the same avatar of Wrath the MIB, so they're gonna be able to pop all types of balloons, especially thinking about, of course, DDTs. And that's it. So that's the order on which I'm gonna do things. It should work for most of the intermediate and advanced maps, unless of course there are some particular conditions of the map. For example, you don't have a lot of ground where you can place towers, or the path is even more complicated, and so you need more defenses early on. You need like a lot of dark monkeys in different spots, and that may require a different approach, but normally this should be enough. So sun avatar right there, perfect. So now that's the druid in the left side of Obin, perfect, in range of this village. So I'm saving as well some cash in placing and in upgrading the first 3 upgrades on this druid, so that's perfect. So pop list, okay, 0 to 4. As I said, I'm gonna place the alchemist, not upgrading it, just placing it, because I wanna have 1 alchemist to buff this druid, very importantly. And then the village. Okay, right here is a pretty nice position. If I get here bigger radius, I can cover Obin, it's an avatar, so that's all I want. So let's get here attack speed. Alright, I don't really need camo detection right now because the Sun Avatar and the Ninja plus Brambles are enough. And so I'm gonna start saving from now on the cash to get the Avatar of Wrath. So that's 41k cash pretty much until I can get the upgrade. But don't worry, for around 81 or 82 you should have that amount of cash. And surviving until round 80, for example, with this setup is very easy. So you don't really need to do anything. Ceramic rushes, because you have knockback from the Sun Avatar, are a piece of cake. So around 63, 76 and 78 are not even hard. And then also the rounds where there are some 45 mobs or a lot of PFPs, around 75, around 77 as well, because you have the Sun Avatar damage, you don't struggle at popping those BFBs or 45 Bloons. And so until around 80, 81, and even around 81 is still manageable to beat with this setup. And you need just to wait, so waiting the rounds to go on to get enough cash to get the Avatar of Wrath. Now one thing for sure is that round 82 that has at the end of it a lot of BFBs fortified may not be doable with this setup. Maybe you may need Obin's Wall of Trees, you may need Brambles, you may need some Alchemist upgrades, so for example here a 4th upgrade instead of the 3rd one. But that's the only thing. So Obin is level 12, 13 right now, so level 14 he's gonna do 2 more layers of damage. I could be placing here some Wall of Trees just to have an extra line of defense in the back line, but I don't really think it's necessary, so I'm just skipping it. Level 14, level 15, again a pretty nice level for Obin, because his totems are gonna slow by 60% and they're gonna have reduced cooldown, so he's gonna be placing 2 totems at the same time, and therefore that's a double slow, and that's very helpful, especially in the last rounds where there are a lot of Bloons. If you can slow them down, you give more time to the rest of your towers to pop them. So see right here, for example, around 75 double PFPs right here plus 45 mobs, very easy, so they cannot even enter into the first loop that they get popped, and then they get knocked back. Round 76, piece of cake. Round 77 as well should be easy, despite the fact that there are going to be a lot of BFPs very close to one another. See right here, 5. Let's see, can they enter into the loop? No, they can't. I think the only round where the Bloons are going to be able to enter into the first loop is going to be this round right here, this Ceramic Rush. Or no, no, okay, well, the second one though for sure, because the second Ceramic Rush is camo, so Obin will not be attacking the two alchemists and the druid will not be attacking the camos. So most likely that rush will be able to enter into the loop. Yeah, see? Just barely, but... Okay, just 6k more to the Avatar of Wrath. Around 79. So can I get the druid right now? No, I will not get enough cash anyway. Barely, just 400. So that's the Zomagad. The Zomagad, of course, is gonna enter into the first loop, but I should be able to pop it and to pop all the BFBs and mobs with no problem. Yeah, and that's around 81. So super SRAMs from now on. But you can see here, boom, Avatar of Wrath upgrade. So now the Avatar of Wrath is gonna do all the damage you need to survive until around 100. But of course you need some extra supporting effects to be sure that you can survive up to around 100 with no problem. So first, Alchemist here, 400, buffing the Avatar of Wrath, first thing. Then, as I said, camo detection, and I'll get here an MIB right off. Another thing. Okay, here we go. So now the Avatar of Wrath and also Obin, the Sun Avatar, will be able to pop all types of Bloons. Now, before though getting the populace to start increasing even more the attack speed of this Avatar of Wrath, I'll get right here in range of both villages a mortar. Okay, should be in range, yes. To defortify the Bloons. So a very early mortar to remove the fortified status from especially the mob class Bloons. And so it's gonna make it easier for my towers to pop the rest of the Bloons. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, let's start placing the druids, the populace, to buff the attack speed of the Avatar of Wrath. One quick thing though is, because you want this alchemist to buff primarily the Avatar of Wrath, you don't want to place the other druids like right here, right, very close to the alchemist, because the alchemist may start buffing those druids as well, and so you're gonna lose the damage because you want the Avatar of Wrath to be buffed and not the other druids. And so I'm gonna place all the other druids here in far away from the alchemist, but nonetheless in range, so they buff with attack speed the Avatar of Wrath. Right here, for example. Then I may get another one here. And so on. So I'm gonna place all of these druids far from the alchemist, so the alchemist will always primarily buff the Avatar of Wrath. So there's 3. I need 2 more. 1 and 2. And of course these druids are gonna do some damage themselves to the Bloons. So let's check out if the Outer Wrath still gets buffed. Yes, so that's perfect. Obin level 20, so I'm gonna just place a wall of trees now that I have a maxed out. Let's buff as well this Alchemist 400 to have a stronger buff on the Sun Avatar, and that's it. I don't really need anything else with this defense. I should pop the BD quite easily. Okay, here we go. With the cash I'm gonna get in these rounds, I'll get Coral Arms. Just in case I need it, I have it. Let's see now these 45 DDTs though. Okay, yeah, no problem. And now the BAT. I can move here the mortar just to do some extra damage, but it's not really needed moving the mortar. That's the BD layer gun. I'm not even using the village ability, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.